If people were telepathic, there'd be that one guy who just thinks of music 24/7, so people can tune in and listen. Thanks for tuning into Ted's Head. Here are today's light rock hits. Can't stop thinking about this comment. Peekaboo is essentially just making fun of babies for not understanding object permanence. I've made fun of babies for less. Mexico in American movies. You mean Mexico isn't naturally sepia? American directors. The sun just hits different. Black cats are wonderful because you can stare into the void, and not only does the void stare back, sometimes it trots up to you happily and begs for pats. The void is loud and wants chicken. Am I the good boy? Really? I mean this in the most sincere, heart filled with love way. This dog looks like a worm on a string. Neither. B Brown is fucking nasty, and so are the bee who eat them. Pick one. Edge piece. Centerpiece. I'm sorry that nobody in your family can bake. My mom's a private chef, and I'm in culinary training. Don't roast us like this. I'm sorry that your mom went to culinary school and still can't bake. Today at therapy was really hard. I was sitting here crying and generally being miserable when I felt a nudge at my knee. I looked down to see that Zeus, my service dog, was doing his job and brought me a potato. It is very hard to cry with a gift of potato. Remember this? I'm having a rough time right now. Zeus has a solution. That would be an empty pill bottle, the correct pill bottle, a bottle of embossing powder, and two potatoes. You're worth at least 2 potato to him, and that's pretty special emo. I would just like to remind you all that I don't own any potatoes, and I have no clue where he's getting them from. Emails just aren't safe. We should hide state secrets deep in the story parts of recipe blogs. You laugh, but this was the plot of Full Metal Alchemist. Excuse me? Me, and would you like a Hot Wheels or Barbie toy with that, ma'am? Woman. It's for a boy. Me. Okay, congratulations. Me. Do you want a Hot Wheels or Barbie toy? Woman. I want a boy toy please. Me. Haha, don't we all? Woman. Me. So, do you want a Hot Wheels or Barbie toy? You have to choose. This morning at brunch the server came out and he was like, unfortunately, we don't have ice right now because a server just broke a glass in it, and we were all like, no, that's fine. I think an element of danger at brunch is sexy and fun. And he was like, no, absolutely I get that, but I still can't let you eat glass at my job. A huge and ancient dragon loses her clutch of eggs. She decides to adopt an office building full of employees as her children. But to keep them safe, she doesn't want to let any of them leave. Mighty Opius, destroyer of kingdoms, place. Mom. Right. Mom. So I have to get back home. I've got 3 kids who need dinner, and I really think I should go back. Why are you crying? Grandbabies. Her business children earn money, and she is very proud of all of them. Me. I love bees, they are very important for the ecosystem, and they are cute, and make honey. A bee. Buzz. Me, shaking and crying. Please, don't hurt me. I have this huge, ex-military biker guy neighbor, who is like 80% handlebar mustache, and has a ponytail halfway to his ass, and him and all his huge biker guy friends all have tiny dogs and special motorcycle safe seats for them on their bikes, and my favorite things is, when they all come roaring in on their bikes, and take their tiny dogs out of their little studded leather safety carriers. There is this loud cacophony of kissy sounds, and full-blown baby voices like, was that fun sweetie, and who's my handsome boy? Is this a gang of Hagrids? In class I'm used to sitting in the back, and making all these smart-ass comments under my breath. Now I'm in the front though, so when our attractive instructor drops something, and says, F me, and I say maybe later, he hears me, and laughs god fking F. The saga continues today in physics, when our instructor asks, and how fast does light travel? And I whisper hella, and the kid next to me fking loses it. The alphabet is terrifying. A BC. No, thanks, we are good. I can't even articulate how fucking bad this joke is. One of my coworkers got a call. I work in a call center / tech support from a customer that was really scared because supposedly the mafia was hacking her computer and they were stalking her. When finally my coworker took remote control of the computer, he couldn't stop laughing because one of my favorite tropes is post-apocalyptic towns being named after dilapidated signs with missing letters, like Novak, no vacancy, and Eden, dead end. There's something inexplicable about it. Catch me in the city of fresh avocado. So in one of my classes we were making mood boards, just pieces of paper with magazine cutouts that represent us pasted all over them, and this guy I've never talked to leans over and he's like, "You're gay, right?" And I'm like, "Sort of." And he silently handed me a cutout of Ellen DeGeneres and went back to his work. The only real ally. Slate. People adore the octopus for being a crafty soulful genius. It's not, and they shouldn't. Damn, how bad was this reporter hurt by an octopus? A clam wrote this. Osaka University. University researchers say they fired world's most powerful laser. You'd think the world's most powerful laser would be tenured in this economy. Get off of their cat. You cannot ride a skateboard. You are not a skater punk who likes to make his own rules. You are a cat. Stop. He is doing just fine. Leave him alone. He was a skater boy. He said see you later boy. I love NyQuil. It's just Lyle. Detroit become liquid. I don't use the measure cup. I just chug what feels right. I'm moving backwards through a brick wall right now. You could fit anything in me right now. I'm so relaxed. For sure gonna sh the bed tonight. You summed up NyQuil in a way that most could not. Hello. A man in Indiana made an at costume for his horse, intending to only get a few pictures before removing it. When he took off the headpiece, the horse got upset and insisted he put it back on, which made his horse happy again. Now the horse isn't allowing him to remove any piece of the costume. Battle armor. 1980. It's nice to see cosplay getting more mainstream. Bionic GD. Horses are anxious and superstitious creatures. If tactical armor makes them feel better, they should have some. Horses can have little cosplay as a treat. The worst part about reading ancient Roman philosophy is that sometimes you'll read something expressly saying that people shouldn't do something that you do frequently, and it's like Diogenes threw a plucked chicken at you from 2000 years ago. Like, 1. At dawn, when you have trouble getting out of bed, tell yourself, I have to go to work. As a human being, what do I have to complain of if I'm going to do what I was born for, the things I was brought into the world to do? Or is this what I was created for? To huddle under the blankets and stay warm? Marcus Aurelius, just fking at me next time. Yes, I was born to huddle under blankets. You don't know me, Mark. Pushed a guard into the river and he immediately died. What is in the water in Venice? I didn't know this was about Assassin's Creed at first, and I just assumed you were in Venice killing people and casually blogging about it. I'm so fking pissed off. I just realized they are called pancakes because they are cakes you make in a frying pan. F English. Waterfall. Oh my fking god. I'm furious. The absolute fking height of comedy is scientists and scholars getting into fights over incredibly niche subjects. The idea of nerds in lab coats and suits getting close to blows over something that only like 20 people care about is so funny. The Milton scholars screamed and argued about how the serpent was supposed to move before it crawled on its belly. Dr. Matthews, enraged that Dr. Goldstein could believe the serpent bounced around on the coiled end of its tail, flipped over the conference table. Satan is not a fking pogo stick, he howled. This is what real comedy looks like. Don't ever boil an iPhone 6s in crayons. There go my plans for tomorrow. I had a dream where tornadoes were made illegal or something. I just remember like a dozen police cars driving directly toward a tornado with their sirens on, and all getting sucked into the tornado. Why is this so fucking funny? Remember in school when we had to put these orange covers over the keyboards when practicing our typing skills so we wouldn't be able to peek at where the letters are? No. What the hell kind of school did you go to? Prison? My younger cousin's favorite quote is "Mamma Mia, that is a spicy meatball," and he says it all the time. And earlier we went outside to play basketball and he tripped and fell over the uneven concrete, and I was about to say "Are you okay?" when I heard "Mamma Mia, that is a spicy sidewalk." Not to sound like a boomer, but I miss when teen fashion trends were uglier. Seeing 15-year-olds with Instagram faces just too much for me. Let's all just put on too much eyeliner and wear poorly matching layers again. VSCO girls wearing Crocs and scrunches have it right. Power to them and their overpriced water bottles. I wish them all the SKSKSKSKS. Coraline, 2009. The lightning bolt that appears as Coraline's other mother mentions rain can be seen to be actually pulling a fast one on Coraline. It fell a long time ago, but it never gave up. Okay, new plan. Go hang a salami backwards as I'm a lasagna hog, and that pleases me. How did either of these sentences occur naturally for you to discover this? Two demon hunters jokingly search for, well, demons. Unbeknownst to one, the other person is a demon in plain sight. This is called BuzzFeed Unsolved, and that demon is Shane. Talking to my infant son, like I'm a YouTuber. What's up, baby? Father here, bringing you another spoonful of gerber ham and gravy baby food. There are a lot of really good ancient Roman laws, but I think my favorite is that if you got struck by lightning and died, you couldn't have a proper burial because it meant that the gods hated you. Jupiter cancelled him, and we are not going to question that. You'll think being in a goth relationship means wearing white makeup together, but Mary Shelley lost her virginity on her mother's grave, so maybe step it up. Mary Shelley carried her husband's heart around and lived in a crypt after he died. No one will ever be as goth as Mary Shelley. She also wasn't carrying around, like, a mummified heart. Her husband's heart had calcified, meaning it had grown bone within itself, and possibly around itself, and it is this heart of bone which she carried. When she was young, she carried it wrapped in a silk pouch, and when older, it was kept in her desk, wrapped in a page from his poem Adonis. Adonis was one of his last poems, in which a deceased poet's subjects, nature, spring, the stars, mourn him, and long to join him in death. Then the narrator tells them do not mourn, for he has gone beyond where the minds and emotions of humans matter, to the natural spirit, that is the source of all beauty. Of his poems, it is this which she wrapped his heart in. There is none more goth. It's sad to realize that peak goth was hit so long ago.